The 10 of us.
I don't think that's appropriate schoolwear.
Mom, it's totally fresh.
Fresh? It's 20 years old.
Mom, fresh means it's better than rad.
I just don't think you should wear it to school.
But it's 60s Day, and I want to be the grooviest looking bird on campus.
Oh, Heather, it's just so revealing. And I won't have any daughter of mine prancing around in something she can't even bend over in.
Morning.
Hi.
Hey, Marsh, isn't that the dress you used to wear with no underwear? Hey, Wes, what you doing?
Homework.
Hey, these are women's magazines.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for a recipe. We have to bring one in for home ec class.
Home economics? I thought you were taking wood shop.
Well, I wanted to, but the school board voted that I can't use power tools.
You don't belong in home ec. You're a guy.
So's Mr. Belvedere.
I love the smell of laundry in the morning.
Hey, what kind of example are you setting for the kid?
The same you should be setting for Kevin. Even though he's moved to his own apartment, I still have to do his wash.
Well, what the hell is this?
He wants a pair of Kevin's undershorts.
Looks like Kev had a pretty hot day.
What's that kid doing over there anyway?
Come on, Glenn. Give me a break, will you? This is my last pair, you clothes-sucking furball.
Glenn cannot be helping it. He's on the high-fiber diet.
Try dusting the same table for 5 years.
I just can't live with Glenn.
I thought your new roommate's name was Anatole.
It is. Glenn's his goat.
You said your apartment didn't allow pets.
Anatole got off in a technicality. Claimed Glenn was a relative.
Frankly, Kevin, you smell like you hosted a family reunion.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Gee, what stinks? Hi, Kev.
Hi, Dad. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get down to Chetwin's plumbing supply.
Oh, yeah? If you're shopping for a new shower head, be sure to use it.
No, it's for my business course. See, we have to observe a real business and see how it works.
Yeah, well, couldn't you observe something a little flashier, like a Ferrari dealership?
I was late to class the day they gave out the assignments. It was either a plumbing warehouse or prisoner delousing. Anyway, I gotta borrow the plunger.
Oh, it's under the sink. Be sure and put it back. Wesley needs it for the Christmas pageant. He wrote his own part this year.
Hey, Ralph, when you're through there, I got a new shipment of copper pipe. Needs to be unpacked.
You got it, boss.
This is the warehouse, Owens. The elbow joint, you might say, the whole company.
Elbow joint. Got it.
Casey.
Hey, Tony! We're paying you by the hour, not the cigarettes.
Hey, Casey.
What do you need, Mr. Palmer?
Casey O'Connell. Kevin Owens. Hi. Casey's our warehouse foreman.
Great. It's about time I got some help. Give Tony a hand with the urinals.
Oh, Kevin isn't here to work. He's from the college. He's here to observe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so be nice to him, and maybe he'll come back and run the place for us when he graduates.
So, what exactly do you do?
I work.
Ah, great. Oh, Miss O'Connell, Fawcett is spelled with a U, not a W.
Look, college boy, let's get a few things straight. This may be playtime for you, but this is my job. I don't work, I don't eat.
Hey, I do understand the concept of work.
Good. Then you can just sit right over there and watch some.
Fine.
You ever build a birdhouse, Belvedere?
No. That's what nests are for.
Is Wesley back yet?
I haven't seen him.
I'm sure wherever he is, someone is regretting it.
He went to the supermarket. It's part of his home economics class. He's trying to see how far he can stretch a dollar.
I think the lad's in for a rude awakening.
We're back.
What'd you do, Wes? Rob the store?
No, I used coupons.
It took us like an hour to check out. The lady behind us went into labor.
Anyway, Mom, here's your change. Thank you. $35. I only gave you a 20.
Yeah, I know. See, I only bought things that were on sale, and I had a whole bunch of double coupons, and I went to the store on triple coupon day. They came out owing me money.
Hey, that's great, champ. Why can't you do that, Belvedere?
I could, George, but we'd only end up with a lot of things we don't want or couldn't use.
Not necessarily.
Ho-hos. You bought me ho-hos?
Yep, 12 cartons.
What the hell's going on here? Come on, guys, get your butts back to work.
Morning.
Uh-huh.
I, got you this.
Yeah?
Well, you know, you and I, we kind of got off on the wrong foot, and I wanted you to know I was an okay kind of guy, and so are you.
Okay.
Aren't you going to open it? It's a coffee cup.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, sorry I left the seat up.
Casey, to the loading dock. Casey, to the loading dock.
Casey. I get it. Warehouse, Owen speaking. Yeah, sure, I can take an order. What do you need? 400 sump pumps. Hey, no problem. We'll ship them right out. You want them gift wrapped? Okay.
What was that all about?
Oh, I just moved 400 sump pumps.
From where to where?
Well, from us to Septic City. If we get them there by 5 o'clock, they'll even waive the volume discount.
Great. There's only one little problem. We don't have any pumps, sump or otherwise. We're back ordered till January.
Oh.
Yeah, so now I have to go back to Septic City and try to clean up your stupid mess, all because you just wanted to play plumber's helper.
Hey, I made a mistake, all right? You don't have to jump down my throat.
Why not? They're going to be jumping down mine.
Look, I'm sorry. I mean, what can I say?
Nothing. You don't have to say a thing, so why don't you just go and
Sit over there.
Fat. 328 milligrams. Yeah, sodium. 74 milligrams. Overcooked veggies. Nutritional value, Zippola. I'm sorry, Mr. Belvedere, but I'm gonna have to write you up.
What are you supposed to be, the food police?
No, I'm just going by the Surgeon General's guidelines. Frankly, for this meal, you'd get the chair.
Now, just a minute. Let me remind you that I've cooked for everyone, from Gandhi to Winston Churchill.
Yeah, and they're all dead. Well, at least one thing's edible.
Your sister will be delighted to hear that. She's tie-dyeing a T-shirt.
Go fish.
Please, to be stopping that. You're stinking up whole joint.
No, he is sticking up whole joints.
I am not talking to you until you come down off your low horse.
Reeks. My apartment reeks.
Your apartment
Yeah.
is 50-50 split.
Ah, see, now you're getting it. I want your 50 to split.
No way, Habib. Glenn likes it here.
Glenn does not get a vote.
Oh, this is a fine. How do you do it? I plan big party and you want us out.
What party?
Oh, it's big blow up for all foreign exchange students.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It's Rimsky-Korsakov's birthday.
Hey, I don't care whose corset Rimsky ripped off. I want you and that car-carrying stink bomb out of here.
Don't hold your nose. And while
while we're at it, I thought you said you were going to keep that bearded trash compactor out of my room.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I take enough abuse at work from hard-hatted Hannah. I don't need to come home to hoof jam on my bedspread. Yeah.
You guys want to keep it down in there?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
What? Since when?
This morning.
All right, let me get this straight. You actually live here?
Mm-hmm. Right next door.
Oh, that's great. No, really, that's terrific. I mean, there must be 1,000 other buildings you could have moved into. Why'd you have to move here?
I didn't see a sign with your name on it. Although I should have recognized your smell.
Hey, it's not my smell. It's the goats.
You're roasting one?
I live with one.
Oh, so that's what you college clowns are into these days.
You know, you really have a big problem.
Yeah? Well, at least I'm paying my own way.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You go to college full-time and can afford this place. You don't need a PhD to figure out Mommy and Daddy are footing the bills.
Well, you know, they help a little, but I do the rest. You're acting like I'm privileged or something.
Master Kevin. Your laundry. Chef Wesley has informed me that dinner will be delayed.
Oh. No, look, I think it's a wonderful idea. When he's older, he'll be glad he can cook for himself.
That's assuming they allow him a hot plate in his cell.
What's he making anyway?
He wouldn't let me see. My best guess is he's boiling fish sticks.
I'd say it's 50-50. We all end up with botulism.
Yeah, though your brother's working very hard on this meal.
Your mother's quite right. So just spit it in your napkin and I'll whip up something later.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you too, Heather, dinner is served.
You okay, big guy? You left before dessert.
What was it?
Oh, he called it something French. But it had all kinds of chocolate, strawberry sauce, lots of fluffy whipped cream. It was pretty good.
Yes, well, I wasn't hungry.
Oh, is that why there's 4 empty boxes of Ho-Hos on the ground?
It grieves me to say this, but I think I'm jealous of Wesley.
Why?
It's my own fault. I've grown complacent.
Hey, you're big boned. You can get away with it.
George, I mean I've grown lazy in the kitchen.
Big guy, you're just in a slump. You got to get a bigger lead off first.
George.
And keep your cleats up when you go into your slide.
George,
And try to keep the dirt out of your mouth when you dive for home.
George, I don't know when I've been so moved.
Okay, pal. Just remember, don't let yourself get psyched out before you step up to the plate. The dinner plate, I mean.
You're right, George. That's exactly what I've been doing. I've let that pint-sized Wolfgang Puck scare me out of my own kitchen.
Hey, where are you going?
To hit a home run. Over there. Young Owens,
Yeah?
this kitchen isn't big enough for the both of us.
It isn't big enough for the both of you.
I demand satisfaction.
Huh?
I challenge you to a cook-off.
Excuse me?
You were banging on my wall, pal. This place better be on fire.
Hey, your music's too loud.
It's heavy metal. It's supposed to be.
Come on, Casey, will you cut me some slack? I've got 2 tests tomorrow. My jerk of a roommate finally took a stupid goat to the drive-in, and now I have to go head-to-head with the Wicked Witch of the plumbing world.
What's the matter? Are you afraid you might flunk out and have to work for a living?
Come on, Casey, I go to school all day. When I come home, I have to study.
Come on, Kevy. I work all day. When I come home, I need to relax.
Okay. Now, I've tried to be nice. But frankly, boss, you are crowding me.
Well, now you know how I feel at work. Owen, I want to talk to you.
I'm standing right here.
Was this your stupid idea?
Uh-huh. Sure.
Why didn't you run it by me first?
Well, there wasn't time.
Thanks.
Owens, I don't mind telling you, I thought this was pretty crazy when you came up with it. But by golly, it's beautiful. It's sort of like the ice capades.
Mr. Palmer, we're not really going to keep doing this, are we?
Are you kidding? The orders keep flying out of here.
Owens, I'm going to get you for this.
This is a straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh, relax, Kevin. There are no camels here. Act like that's horses.
Listen, I want you, your friends, and their barnyard buddies out of here.
Loosen up, Roomie. We're having a party.
I don't give a Hungarian zitherpick what you're having. You're gone.
No.
What did you say?
I said no. You're going to have to make me, homeboy.
No problem. Out. Okay, who's next? Come on. That's right.
You are stinking American pigskin.
I'll go along with that stinking part.
What happened to you?
Oh, well, thanks to your little roller skating scheme, I fell and broke my ankle.
Look, I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as I am. I'm going to be out of work for 8 weeks. How am I supposed to pay my rent on workman's comp?
Well, how should I know?
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you started playing roller derby.
Here, why don't you sit down and yell at me?
Fine. Just don't touch me, okay?
Hey, look, I'm just trying to help.
Oh, I think you've done enough already, college boy.
No, what is it with you, Casey? All right, maybe I messed up your foot, but you have been on my case with all this college stuff since day one.
Well, how would you feel if every time you were up for a promotion, some college punk strolled in and took it away from you?
Oh, so that's what this is all about. You think I want your job? I don't want your crummy job.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Rosy Future, but that crummy job is all I've got. All I'm ever gonna get.
Well, look, it's just maybe you should quit blaming college for all your problems and try going there yourself.
Forget it. That's stupid. I can't afford college. I can't even afford to pay my rent.
Yeah. Well, why don't you move in here?
What?
Well, look, I mean, you need a place to stay, and I need a roommate. Besides, boss, I owe you one.
I'd like to tell you to take a flying leap. But frankly, I've got nothing better.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Okay, but no funny stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't dream of it. And no playing the stereo when I'm trying to study.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, and no overnight guests.
And no overnight goats.
That's my burner.
I have first dibs. It's 9 o'clock and I gotta eat something. It's empty.
We're using everything for the cook-off.
Well, can you hurry up? Dad's starting to gnaw at the table.
We're keeping the judges waiting.
Good food takes time, but I guess you wouldn't know that.
You're going to have to eat those words, you little twit. And they'll taste far better than your food.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On guard.
Dinner is served.
And may the best chef win.
Don't worry, Wesley, I will.
Hey, where'd everyone go?
Oh.
Hi, guys. Boy, am I stuffed.
You guys already ate?
Already? It's after 11. You guys can cook till dawn. We went out for some chili dogs.
But what about all this food?
Oh, don't worry. We'll just pop it in the microwave and have it tomorrow.
Pop it in the microwave. What a fanciful notion.
Anybody even know where the bicarbonate is?
I'll race you.
Oh. Now we'll never know who's best.
Actually, we wouldn't have anyway. I sabotaged your stroganoff.
Well, to be truthful, I put the fish heads back in your bouillabaisse. Wesley, you didn't do anything to the turkey, did you?
Uh-uh. Did you mess with my prime rib?
Never laid a glove on it.
Bet I can eat more than you.
There's one born every minute. Mr. Belvedere will continue in a moment. I'm not quite sure what's going on at Kevin's apartment, but at least his laundry is no longer in tatters. It did, however, include a pair of lace panties. There's either a healthy, rational explanation for this, or a good movie of the week. As for Wesley, he has conceded that I am the undisputed king of the kitchen. In turn, I magnanimously allowed him to win our grand eat-off.
Mr. Belvedere, I feel sick.
I feel just dandy.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, hints that murder with a homosexual backdrop was behind the USS Iowa tragedy. But apparently none of that happened. How did the story surface?
Monday, when a field trip becomes a matter of life and death, it's MacGyver's greatest challenge.
Let me help.
Oh, thanks, Ed.
You know, Mom, this was the best Christmas ever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. We were all together, trimming the tree, singing Christmas carols. Dad didn't even make us watch Perry Como's Christmas in Cambodia.
It was nice.
So do I have to see you guys on New Year's, too?
What?
Well, I was hoping I could have a party here. I mean, without you or Dad or anyone else hanging around.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Well, there won't be that many people, and there won't be any sex or drugs either, because everyone's too afraid to do that stuff anymore.
Well, your father and I were invited to a fondue party at Skip's.
Oh, come on, Mom.
Well, okay, honey.
Great. Can you take him with you? Huh? Mom's letting me have a party here on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah? So can I have one, too?
No.
It'd be good for me. Mr. Belvedere says I need to work on my social skills in case the FBI doesn't give me a new identity.
All right. Here's the deal. You two can have a party here together.
What?
Yeah, Heather, you can invite some of your friends, and Wes, you can have some of yours. I know you're both mature enough to work on this together.
Right, Mom. Okay, so at the store we gotta get potato chips, bean dip, paper hats for my friends, paper bags for your girlfriends, noisemakers, balloons, and cherry Kool-Aid.
Hey, this is supposed to be a sophisticated party. We're not going to drink Kool-Aid.
Well, we need sun to mix with the vodka. I'm kidding. It's just to fill up the balloons.
Hello, children.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, can you think of anything else we need for our New Year's party?
Yes, earplugs for me.
But you're not going to be here.
Yeah, it's New Year's. Your Mambo Club always has a party down on the wharf.
Oh, I'm afraid it was discontinued after last year.
Huh?
Things got a little wild. Our conga line got out of control and injured 5 stevedores.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere. Do you really want to start the new year with people like us?
Certainly. Then I'll know the rest of the year can't get any worse.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Hey, Ma.
Hi,
Listen, do we have any vitamin C or anything?
What's the matter? Are you coming down with something?
I don't know, but I'm not going to be sick on New Year's Eve.
Ooh, you're burning up. Just a second.
Oh, no, Mom, look. I'm just going to take a few of these, and then I'll be...
Yeah, this is a friend of Mr. Belvedere's. He's too shy, so he asked me to ask you if you want to go out with him on New Year's Eve. I found your name in his little black book. Aren't you Donna King? Oh, you're Donut King. Sorry.
It's almost 103.
It's not so bad.
I'm surprised you're not delirious. Come on, young man. You march yourself right upstairs and get to bed.
I don't even live here anymore.
Well, I don't care. If you keep running around in this weather with a fever, you'll wind up with pneumonia.
Hello, Kevin.
Oh, Mr. Belvedere, would you please fix up Kevin's room? He's going to be needing it.
But I was promised once they left, the children weren't allowed back anymore.
He's only going to be here till he gets better.
Oh, come on.
Upstairs.
Yes, Mommy.
Oh, well, can you wait till after New Year's to get your hip replaced? Yeah, I understand. Thanks.
So? I can't find anybody. Oh, well, if we don't find him a date quick, we're going to be stuck with him.
Hey, how about Broomhilda? You know, the Huffnagel's new housekeeper? She's not too old, and she's got that snotty look Mr. Belvedere likes.
Oh, yeah. But how are we going to get them together?
Oh, I think I can arrange that. If anyone asks, I've been with you for the last 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes? Then I can assume it wasn't a bank job.
I didn't do anything. I know you're in there, you little beast.
That doesn't sound like the Avon lady. Can I help?
Your son sprayed me with a garden hose.
Call him my son again, and I'll spray you myself. It's just that I'm not the boy's father, thank heaven. But regardless, I'm sure it was an accident. Right, Wesley?
Aren't you going to introduce yourself?
Oh, I am sorry. I am Lynn Belvedere. I'm the Owens housekeeper.
Oh, yes, it's a Schumacher. I just started working with the Huffnagels.
How do you do? As I was saying, I'm sure the lad didn't mean to do it.
Oh, yes, he did. He's a spiteful little hooligan, and I wouldn't mind giving him a good throttling.
Hey, sounds like you two have a lot in common.
What's that mean?
Oh, nothing. Just that I detest him, too. And now, Wesley, I believe you have something to say to Miss Schumacher.
You, Mambo?
Your father and I are leaving for the party now.
Hey, Mom, what is all this stuff?
Oh, well, sometimes Mr. Belvedere uses this as sort of a punishment room. You know, when your brother's been bad. getting out of bed. And where is this heater off?
No, Mom, it's 98 in here. And that vaporizer's giving me jungle rot.
Do you want to get better or don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I know it's no fun being stuck in on New Year's Eve, but you don't want this to get worse, do you?
Yeah.
All right, I made this for you.
Mom, I'm 20 years old. I don't drink hot cocoa anymore.
Sorry.
Here, give it to me.
It'll keep you nice and warm inside.
You used to put marshmallows in it.
I'll be right back.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere. I don't think she's so bad.
Fine, then you go out with her.
So I hear you got a hot date with Hazel over at the Huffnagel's. What are you two going to do? Vacuum in the new year?
That's it, I'm not going.
Hey, come on, big guy. I'm sorry.
That must be her.
Get it, I've changed my mind.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere.
This is ridiculous. Why should I go out with a perfect stranger so you two bunco artists can make a mess that I'll have to clean up?
Hello?
Well, as long as she's here. Shall we?
I'm sorry I'm so tall.
Oh, that's okay, I guess.
This is the most humiliating experience of my life.
I'm sure you'll have worse.
Why didn't you invite some girls your age?
I don't know. I don't see any boys your age.
They all left when they saw your geeky friends. May I? So my pediatrician says I'm out there growing. That's great. Excuse me. Isn't it midnight yet?
Don't worry, you'll know when it is.
Why, you're not doing anything gross or disgusting, are you?
Hey, relax. If you'll excuse me, I have to go check on the frogs.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm Cindy.
I'm Kevin, and I'm no longer contagious.
Oh, you're Heather's big brother, right?
Uh-huh. So, if you want, maybe we could go back up to my room and share a bottle of NyQuil, huh?
Oh, okay, everybody. It's almost midnight. Is everybody ready?
I know I am.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One frog?
He's just faster than the rest.
Well, the living room's still here. That's more than I expected.
The house looks fine. You said it would be a disaster area.
Oh, they only cleaned it to irritate me.
I had a very good time tonight. I never had Egyptian food before.
Yes, I thought you looked rather worried when the waiter said 1 hump or 2.
Anyhow, I really should be going.
No?
Well, it's almost 2, and I have to be up early to fix breakfast at the Hofnagel's.
I find that a community trough is good enough for the Owens family. While you walk me home, I'll walk you home.
Hey.
Happy New Year, Dad.
Give me that.
And your father's feeling a bit under the weather this morning.
You mean he tied one on last night?
Mm-hmm.
So is the car in the Huffnagel's pool again?
No, because I was the designated driver.
So, how'd your shindig go?
Great. Yeah, Wesley was a designated moron.
More French toast for anyone?
Yeah, it's quite a spread, big guy.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere, you really didn't have to make fresh apple juice.
Oh, once you've climbed the tree, the rest is easy.
I'm done.
Oh, thank you, Wesley.
So what's with you, Mr. Belvedere? I've never seen you in such a good mood before.
Well, I'm usually not when you're around. Just kidding. You're a delightful little scamp.
I think he had one ho-ho too many.
Well, I trust everyone kicked off their new year in good style.
Yeah.
So how about you, Mr. Belvedere? How was your date?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Morgan.
Oh, morning, Elsa.
I lost an earring here last night, probably under the cushion on the couch.
Probably. I mean, the usual for me.
Yes, Kevin.
You know, you tell me I should stay in bed, and then when I call you, you don't come.
I'm sorry, honey. Is there something you want?
I'm through with that.
Kevin, aren't these all your old things?
Oh, yeah, I found all this stuff in my closet. Pretty neato, huh?
Yeah, but, Kevin, you're not going to be here that long.
Hey, Mom, take my temperature. I think it went way, way up.
Kevin, I took it 20 minutes ago. It was the same.
Well, I'm bored.
Well, there must be something you can do, some schoolwork or something.
Yeah, but it hurts my eyes when I try and read.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel much better in the morning.
Well, you could read to me.
What?
Well, like you used to. Remember?
Yeah, sure. All right, what'll it be? European history or abnormal psychology?
No, this one.
The Cat in the Hat?
By Dr. Seuss.
Do you have any idea how late it is?
Why? Am I being grounded?
I think we need to talk.
I'll have a nice chat. I'm going to sleep.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere.
Very well.
We want to know what's going on between you and Miss Sexmacher.
It's Schumacher.
Look, you've been missing meals, staying out at all hours, doing God knows what. You've got us all worried sick.
I'm sure Miss Schumacher's real nice, but maybe you're going a little too fast, getting too involved with her.
Yeah, we think you should start seeing other housekeepers, too.
Look, both of you, I'm deeply touched by your concern. But I'm a grown man, and I can handle these things fine by myself.
I can assume then you're taking precautions?
What exactly do you mean by that?
I'm not sure, but I hear they're very important.
Good night, children.
Hey, watch this. Depth charge. Dive, dive.
That's great, Kev.
Wednesday, finish your eggs. You'll be late for school.
Okay.
More maple, Master Kevin?
Sure. I don't have to go to school because I'm sick.
Yes, we know.
Wesley, you little creep. No,
What a lovely view.
Thank you.
I mean, the woods. The very sun bounces off the empty branches.
Oh, yes, lovely.
So, I thought we could go to the drive-in again, like last night.
Oh, they changed the movie already?
Does it matter?
Actually, I have been spending a little too much time away from my duties.
Oh, I know, me too. It's just that we have so much fun together. We seem to like the same things. It's not too often you find somebody you wouldn't mind spending the rest of your life with.
Yes. Well, I better get on with my raking.
Okay. What about coming over later? The Hofnagels are going to an NRA meeting. We could have the whole house to ourselves.
I'd love to. But I'm not really sure the Owens would let me.
Can't you just sneak off? They can't be watching you every minute.
Set the dinner table, please.
Sure.
If you like, I'll take you down to the mall after dinner.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. We can go and see that horror film based on your memoirs.
Aren't you going over to the Hofnagels tonight?
No, Wesley.
Why not?
Actually, I may not be seeing Miss Schumacher as frequently as before.
Oh, she dumped you, right?
I simply decided we were getting a little too involved and that we should slow down a bit.
Didn't a certain somebody already tell you that very same thing?
Yes. But he was a little smack-faced toad, so I didn't listen.
So did she take it okay?
Yeah, quite well. It's a good lesson for you, Wesley. How to handle a delicate situation in a mature and straightforward manner.
Lynn!
Oh, God, hide me.
I thought you told me.
I left a note.
Hide in the basement.
No, that's the coward's way.
Oh, Lynn!
See you later.
Is Mr. Belvedere here?
Oh, no, he was deported this morning.
Hey, Wes. Miss Sexmacher. Where's Belvedere?
Remember, Dad? Those two guys came and dragged him back to England.
Huh?
Remember? Something about a couple wives back in Bristol?
Oh, yeah, them.
I don't understand.
I haven't gone anywhere, Ilsa.
Hey, she was buying it.
I appreciate your moronic attempt to protect me. But I should handle this myself.
Come on, Wes.
I see you got my little note.
Yes.
What's the suitcase for?
Sir Hofnagels fired me.
I'm sorry.
He said I was seeing too much of you.
Oh.
I'm so stupid. I was actually glad when he did it. I thought you'd say you'd quit too, and we'd go off to Maine or someplace and open a little bed and breakfast.
Sounds very nice.
Then why not? We could do it. I have some money saved.
Else I can't.
Oh.
I promised the Owens that I would stay with them at least until Wesley went off to college or the penitentiary.
I guess they understand.
The fact is, I'm rather set in my ways. And I'm not looking for a long-term relationship with anybody.
I see.
It's just that every New Year's, my youth becomes a more distant memory. For a moment, you made me feel young and vibrant and alive. But now I'm exhausted.
Thank you. Well, I've got a bus to catch.
However, I'm certain that someday, somewhere, we'll see each other again.
Sure. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye.
Hey, man. Hey, where's my hot cocoa?
Downstairs in the jar.
What are you doing?
Packing your clothes.
What for?
We want you out.
But I'm still sick.
Tough.
Oh, that's real nice.
Kevin, I
don't know what's happened, but ever since you've been in here, you have turned into a bratty little 14-year-old.
Oh, yeah? I mean, I guess it's all that children's cough syrup.
Oh, look, honey, I know how nice it feels to be protected and not have to worry about school or finals or reality.
Yeah, and I guess it was nice having somebody take care of me, just like they used to.
I guess I forgot how nice that was, too.
Well, I'll just pack my stuff up.
Sure, honey.
I just want to finish one more chapter.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, no, Mama. You don't have to read to me anymore.
Anything for my little baby. Rex felt his insides begin to throb as Jennifer let drop her lace negligee to
Finish Dr. Zeus.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
As of this writing, Kevin's temperature, along with his IQ, has returned to normal. Sometimes I'm not sure which is higher. As for my lapse into adolescence, I've just received a postcard from Ilsa. She's invited me up to Portland to enjoy her new bed and breakfast. I might try the breakfast, but I'm not too sure about the other. Well, another new year is underway. The Colonials have a new president. Wesley has some new hormones. And the world in general is bumping along. But the most important thing is, I'm still here. I'll drink to that.
Later tonight on Nightline, the death of Japan's Emperor Hirohito, from divine ruler to figurehead. One question plagued him to the end.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Do I know you?
Probably not. Mom, this is James Montgomery. You know the little boy I babysit for on the weekends?
Oh, yes. It's very nice to meet you, James.
The pleasure is all mine, ma'am.
A well-mannered child in this kitchen. I must call Ripley's.
James' mom was called out of town, so I told her he could stay with us for the next week.
Oh, that's nice, dear. What?
Oh, it'll be all right. I promise. I'll feed him and everything.
Heather, a young man requires a little more care than a stray puppy.
Or in Wesley's case, a rabid jackal.
You really should have discussed this with Dad and me first.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. I'm sure James is a polite young man. If not, we can always tie him under the porch and feed him table scraps.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate Carl Putnam. We represent the happy guys of Pittsburgh.
Helping others happily. That's our motto.
Well, you can help yourself right out of here. The last time I saw you guys, you tried to drag me into some devil worship thing.
Our little Halloween party may have gotten a wee bit out of hand, but we've cleaned house.
Yeah, now you won't find so much as a deviled egg.
George, who's here?
Marcia, you remember the happy guys, Bert and Carl?
Oh, yes. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
This guy slays me. Doesn't he slay you, girl?
Well, it's easy for you to say, Bert. You're not Tweedledum.
Won't you come in and sit down?
Oh, well, thank you. Now, I don't want to alarm you folks, but there's a mad criminal on the loose, and he's attacking the women of Beaver Falls.
What does he do?
He steals their high-heeled shoes.
It's no laughing matter. Well, last night he stole my wife's best open-toed pumps. She's currently under sedation.
Well, have you called the police?
Unfortunately, this is what they consider a low-priority item.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's scandalous. It's scandalous.
That's why we're here. You've got to help us.
Hey, I'm a sportscaster. I don't know anything about catching criminals. Unless they've stolen home.
George, old pal. We need your house for our meetings.
What meetings?
Tell him, Bert.
We formed our own neighborhood protection group, the Guardian Happy Guys.
We're going to make the streets safe for decent human beings.
I think I better warn Wesley.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life yet.
At this straight, you're telling me you've never had detention?
That's correct. Although I once had to stay after school to accept a good conduct medal.
Where'd you find this geek,
Wesley, you can't speak to James that way. Most people do.
Wesley, James will be staying with us for 1 week. Surely you can impersonate a human being for that long?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means quit acting like a jerk. Actually, Miss Heather, a jerk is a dull or stupid person. Wesley seems to be neither of those. I'm afraid you've misspoken.
You know, kid, you may not be a total zero after all.
Well, you can certainly learn something from him.
Maybe he can learn something from me.
Yeah, you want to come to order, please? Fellas, you want to quiet down and we'll start.
Gee, he's kind of high-strung, isn't he?
Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the first meeting of the Guardian Happy Guys.
Hey, who ate all the crab puppies?
George had one.
Now, the high-heel bandit, as we have dubbed him, has eluded the police so far. But we, the Guardian Happy Guys, are going to see to it that he's captured and brought to justice.
Do we get to wear hats? You mean like golf hats with our own logo on them?
I didn't know we had a logo.
No, we don't have a logo, and we don't need hats.
Hey, but we did have these new buttons made up.
You bad guys, cut it out. Little rough, don't you think?
Now, the first order of business is to divide ourselves into patrol teams.
As long as we're dividing up into teams, why don't we get up a softball game? Hey, can I play third base?
Hi, Mom. Oh, hi, honey. Come over here. Give your old mom a big hug.
Where's everybody?
Your sister and brother are upstairs watching TV. Daddy and Mr. Belvedere are in the living room forming a vigilante group. And I have been exiled to the kitchen, so I'm doing my nails.
Dad and Mr. Belvedere are doing what?
Oh, they're having a meeting with that group of happy guys to track down the high-heel bandit.
You're kidding.
Take a look.
Why are they marching around 2 by 2?
I think they're doing the Virginia Reel.
Mom, Mr. Belvedere's dipping Dad.
And remember now, we're only the eyes and ears of the police. If you see the high-heel bandit, do not try to apprehend him. Do not take any aggressive action yourself.
Hell, this is worse than norm. I thought my part was over when the crab puppies disappeared.
Well, let's just get this over with.
Oh, I think it's too late to go patrolling tonight, don't you, Bert?
Way too late.
We do have time for turkey in the straw.
I still don't get why we're dancing.
It fosters teamwork, George. They say the Steelers do the bossa nova.
Now pay attention, kid. Maybe a little of the Owens magic will rub off on you. What's this?
Hot water bottle?
If you're not even going to try, we'll stop this lesson right now.
Sorry, I promise I'll try to think meaner.
Good. Now what you have here is your basic whoopee cushion. You place it on the principal's chair right before assembly. Then when he sits down after the Pledge of Allegiance...
That's not very nice.
Exactly. Now check this out.
I know that. That's a rubber snake.
Wrong. It's the real McCoy.
But serpents are not indigenous to the Beaver Falls area.
They are now. Quick, put him under that magazine on the chair.
But that's Heather's magazine. Won't she be startled?
At least.
Hey, Wes, have you seen my 17 magazine? I believe it's over there. Thanks, James.
Well?
I never knew it could be like this.
I don't know why we're sitting out here freezing our hooters off.
Well, if we're going to catch the high-heel bandit, we must sacrifice a little comfort.
I don't see you sacrificing any of those donuts.
If you're going to be nasty, I shall go home and you'll be the only happy guy on the streets without a patrol buddy.
I am not your buddy, and I am not a happy guy.
Since you are obviously unable to be pleasant, I suggest we keep our mouths shut and our eyes open.
You got it.
Fine.
Hey, Belvedere.
Now what?
I think I drank too much coffee. We better find a gas station.
You know we are not allowed to leave the stakeout for any reason.
Fine. I'll just use that bush over there.
Of course, that's your decision, but we're here to uphold the law, not to break it.
Huh?
Well, for one thing, there's indecent exposure. Vandalism. Defacing public property.
Okay, you made your point. I'll tough it out.
That's the spirit.
Belvedere?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me a story?
About?
You know, to take my mind off things.
Oh, very well. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived under Niagara Falls. All day long, he did nothing but listen to the rush of the raging waters.
Stop that story!
Stay tuned for Shock Fear Theater. Tonight's presentation, The Killer Bra Strap in 3D.
The whole evening shot to hell. Hey, Wes, why aren't you in bed?
Somebody had to wait up for Mom.
Huh?
When it got late and you guys didn't come home, she got worried and went out looking for you.
Hey, Marshall, what happened?
Oh, George. He got me.
Who?
The high-heel bandit.
All of a sudden, I feel something in my back, and a voice in my ear says, "Give me those pumps or I'll pump you full of lead."
What happened then?
This is the worst part. I gave him my brand new snakeskin pumps. I paid $350 for them.
You what?
Down from $500? Oh, George, don't be angry. I've been violated.
Well, so have I.
Folks, I'm trying to make a report here.
Sorry.
I'm just sick about this.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent...
Just get in here.
Came right over as soon as we heard about the missus.
Yeah, we picked up the police call on the scanner in my car. Oh, by the way, your car's being towed.
You know, you guys are supposed to be in charge of getting this dirtbag off the street. Now, I want to know what you're going to do about this.
Ooh, he's got spunk, Bert.
Yeah, real spunk. Have you ever considered becoming a junior happy guy?
Look, I'll do whatever I can to catch this jerk.
Yeah, we do need to take stronger measures.
I'd say this calls for another meeting.
Maybe we should have it here.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
I'll be here.
I'll bring the accordion.
Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Have you seen James? I went up to his room to look for him, and I found this note on his pillow. It says, "I didn't do it."
Didn't do what?
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it.
Then who did?
James.
Ridiculous. He's far too innocent to have masterminded something like this. He must have had help.
Hey, all I did was show the kid a few basic moves. Can I help it if he's a natural?
Wesley, you're poisoning his mind. I forbid you to teach him anything else.
Okay, but he's tasted success. You'll probably be hearing from him again.
Now, if you'll both excuse me, I am going upstairs to change. I seem to have fouled myself.
Mr. Belvedere! Oh, Mr. Belvedere, I need you! Mr. Belvedere!
What is it? My hands are rather full. Oh, dear.
You have to help me find James.
First, we must find Lady Clairol.
That pint-sized Al Capone put blue dye in my shampoo.
No doubt after you put Pop Rocks in my souffle.
This is all Wesley's fault. I'm gonna pound him right after I smack James bald-headed.
Good Lord, Wesley, what have you done?
Nothing yet.
Then what's that?
What's left on my new 10-speed? I told James he could write it.
Apparently he rode it through hell.
Wesley, you created this monster. You have to stop him. Hey, Westman! Looks like something happened to your bike.
This isn't funny.
Loosen up, dude. Where's your sense of humor?
Seems to have gone up in smoke.
Hey, Tubbs, your beach ball's lopsided.
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
James, I want you to quit acting like this. What happened to that sweet little kid I used to babysit? That geek? He's history. By the way, I love what you've done with your hair.
You're not getting out of this.
I couldn't find a bag to match my shoes.
My, don't we look lovely this evening?
Knock it off. Let's just get this over with.
All right, you are, cutie. Gentlemen, or perhaps I should say ladies.
Not to me.
This gives new meaning to the word dragnet.
Now, for everyone's protection and safety, we'll work in pairs. By strolling the streets as women, we'll catch the high-heel bandit right where he lives.
Well, if we know where he lives, Bert, why don't we just go over to his house?
That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not going anywhere without my best girlfriend.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Hey, where's Kevin? Kevin?
Yeah.
My God, you look stunning.
I know, I can't help it.
Gee, kid, couldn't you have gone a little easier on the eyeshadow?
Not according to Cosmo.
Well, you better be careful. You could get picked up.
Hey, Dad, that's not funny.
You are wearing your own underwear, aren't you?
Of course I am.
That explains the visible panty line.
Let's go. Now remember, if you sit down, keep your knees together.
Here you go, Belvedere. You sit down and I'll wait for the bandit in the bushes.
Why should I have to be baked?
Let's just say you're easy to spot from a distance.
Very well. George, what should I do if the bandit tries to accost me?
Play hard to get.
Hey, don't. Somebody's coming.
Oop. Good evening, my dear.
Look, honey, your kind belongs over by the fish pond. I'm working this end of the park. Beat it.
Evening, miss.
Good evening, officer.
A little late for a lady to be out by herself at night.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
You should be. And there's some nut running around stealing women's shoes right off their feet.
Oh, silly. Nobody would want my shoes.
I guess you're right. Still, yet I think about going home.
Thank you, officer. I will.
Say, what's your sign?
Dead end! Dead end!
Well, that was a big bust. How do women keep from freezing to death in these things?
Well, at least you weren't hit on. God, men can be such animals.
Tell me about it.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, where have you been, Bert?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. The high-heel bandits struck again while you were out on patrol.
Where?
Over by the dairy.
The one place we didn't have a team.
I think it's time to try the police.
No, don't do that. I told you they're not interested. Besides, we can handle this by ourselves.
I'm not wearing any more girdles.
You should have tried one with a tummy tamer.
Hey, if you're so sure we can get this guy, how come you didn't dress up and go on patrol with us?
Well, somebody's got to run the operation, and it should be the one who knows the most about the crimes.
Yes, you do seem well informed about the high-heel bandit.
Well, let's just say I understand him.
Perhaps you can tell us how it is that he knows exactly where or when we're patrolling.
Maybe he's psychic.
Or maybe he's Bert.
Oh, you're crazy.
You take that back. Bert never stole anything.
Oh, really? Who told us first about the high-heel bandit?
Bert.
And who told us not to go to the police because they wouldn't be interested?
Bert.
And who's the one who's most obsessed with the shoe collection of the high-heel bandit? When the rest of us wouldn't know the difference between a Harache and an espadrille.
Well, any fool knows that a Harache is a woven flat-heel sandal, while an espadrille is a canvas wedgie with a rope sole.
How could you do it?
I didn't. I couldn't. I have this cane.
You never had a cane before.
Get it! No, fellas, you gotta understand. You gotta give me a chance to explain. You see, I was a shoe salesman for 35 years. It's in my blood. I can't help myself. I'm sick. I promised to get therapy. Will you guys let me off the hook?
No.
What are you doing, James?
Making sure there's one less bird bath in the world.
You can't blow up the Huffnagel's bird bath. Somebody might get hurt.
Somebody might get hurt if they don't get off my case.
Look, kid. Real pranks require planning, timing, and above all, finesse.
Finesse.
Yeah. Without a certain grace and dignity, a prank is just a mean trick. Or in this case, a crime.
Oh, give me a break.
I will. I'll promise to keep this a secret. But you have to promise to stop acting like me.
It's too late, Wes. I've seen the other side of the mountain.
If I rat on you, you're going to be seeing the other side of a set of bars.
Do you do that to me?
Try me.
Okay. You win. Want me to show you how to disarm it?
Hey, this is the king you're talking to.
Ready to go home, James? Sure, Heather. Okay, let's hit the road. Could I have a moment alone with Wesley, please? Okay, I'll just put your bag in the car. Good. Thank you, Wesley, for almost an enlightening stay.
The enlightenment was mutual. Guess I'll see you.
See ya. Are you sure you disconnected that detonator correctly?
Hey, piece of cake.
Good.
Wesley! There's a bird bath in my crumb cake! The Beaver Falls crime sprees, both civil and domestic, have finally come to an end. With only Wesley's demented tricks to fear, it's almost like being on holiday. But the high-heel bandit was let off with a fine and a stern warning to steer clear of ladies' footwear and the feet on which it gathers. My part in his capture has left me with my dignity only slightly askew. Others were not quite so fortunate. Come in.
Mr. Belvedere, can I borrow a pair of gloves until the crazy glue wears off?
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, carnival time in Rio. But with inflation at 1,000%, there's not much to celebrate. That's our story tonight.
Sunday at 7, limber up sports fans for a Frisbee hoop toss and the smallest indoor ski.
Tennis shorts, sunscreen, sun hat. How do I look?
Like Speedy Gonzales.
I don't understand why we can't go on this cruise.
Yeah, we never get to go anywhere.
Well, it's not your 21st anniversary. Besides, this will give you the chance to spend some quality time with Mr. Belvedere.
So stick to your desk and never go to sea, and you will be ruler of the Queen's Navy.
God, Mom, please don't do this to us.
I mended the drawstring in whatever these are.
They're clam dippers. Wear them when you go after clams.
What are you going to do, frighten them to death?
Come on, George, we shove off at 1800 hours and we don't want to be late.
Got your tickets?
Right here. Good old cousin Leo. Too bad he had to go in for toe reduction surgery. Marcia and I really made a killing on the cruise tickets.
All right, kids, I want you to do your homework, get to bed on time, and do whatever Mr. Belvedere tells you.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. Have a wonderful time. I'll mind the home front. I must be the cab.
Bye. See you later.
Lynn Belvedere.
Yes?
Lieutenant Anthony Marsden Smythe of Her Britannic Majesty's service.
The Queen?
Whereas in the past you have faithfully served Her Majesty, whereas your domestic skills are without parallel on both hemispheres, whereas we are in dire need of these skills, you, Lynn Belvedere, are strictly charged to attend the Queen's person without delay. I shall await without.
Gee, that guy's going to be a whiting a long time.
Not at all.
Hey, listen, big guy, you better make a choice. You're either working for the Queen of England or for us.
Cheerio.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Do you believe Belvedere just walked out like that?
Oh, George, now we won't be able to go on our cruise.
Oh, well, sure you can. We can take care of ourselves. You've left us alone before.
Not without round-the-clock surveillance.
Well, what are we going to do? If the plane goes, we're going to miss the Princess Lucretia.
Oh, forget it, George. We'll never find anyone to watch the kids.
Bon voyage! Happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Owens. If you hadn't gotten married, Kevin never would have come along, and I wouldn't have a roommate.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Say, Kev, remember when you told us how grateful you were for us helping with your college tuition?
And for helping with your apartment rent.
And us picking the cockleburrs out of your hair when you were sent home from camp?
Remember how you said you wanted to pay us back one day?
Yeah.
Today's the day.
Belvedere skipped out. Our plane's leaving in 45 minutes. You're taking care of the kids.
Hey, wait a minute. I mean, what about my apartment? What about Casey?
Well, if your roommate Casey really is just your roommate, she can roommate on her own for a week. Can't
can't you, dear? Yeah, sure. Bye, Kev.
But, Mom, but... Well, dinner seems to go pretty well.
Hey.
I said dinner seemed to go pretty well.
Nobody ate any of whatever that was you made.
The important thing is that it went smoothly.
Come on, Kev. I'm just having some harmless fun.
What are you doing?
Loading the paradise.
That's illegal.
Wait till you see what I do to the roulette wheel.
Okay, that's it. Everybody listen up. Now, I have made a list of household duties. If everybody just does their own part, we'll all...
Live happily ever after?
Okay, Wes, you take out the trash, wash the dishes, clean the bathrooms, and dust the downstairs. Heather, you do the laundry, make the beds, clean the kitchen, and dust the upstairs, okay?
Gee, Kev, who's gonna milk old bossy?
Pretty soon, we'll have this place running like a well-oiled machine. Now, I've got a test in the morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay. You guys go finish your chores, and then go nighty-night.
Right.
Here be your quarters for the duration, your ladyship.
There must be a mistake.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but it says here you got the governor's suite.
Wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be a cruise ship.
Yes, I know, your lordship. The Princess Lucretia's actually a freighter, but we do take on the occasional joy rider.
Are those cows?
Aye, we be bringing beef round the Horn to Frisco.
Well, why don't you go through the Panama Canal?
The Panama Canal is for sissies.
You know, Marsh, there's something just plain not right about this.
You're right. I say we get off while we still can.
You're free to leave if you're not afraid of sharks.
Holy smokes! We've sailed! Hey, look, Ace. I demand to see the captain.
Captain Peel at your service.
Well, now, you listen to me, Captain. I've seen your brochure, and this is way off. I mean, we don't even have a place to put our clothes.
Are you blind as well as stupid?
Oh, God!
What's this? It ain't dinner time?
Begging the captain's pardon.
You shut your mouth and come with me.
Mercy!
Heather! Hey, turn the stereo down! Heather!
Are you talking to me? I can't hear you.
You can hear Radio Free Europe with the way you're wired. Keep the stereo down, will you? Hey, Wes! Get up here now!
What's on your mind, Kev?
You forgot to take out the garbage.
I've been a little busy.
Yeah, what are you doing down there?
Playing with my electric trains.
You're awfully dressed up.
I'm the conductor.
See you later.
Heather, I demand to know where you're going looking like a bad Madonna video.
Why don't you take all that energy and clean this place up? The house is a wreck.
Right. Hey, wait! Hey, Wes, I'll give you $5 if you help me clean this mess up. Huh?
Gee, Kev, you know, I'd love to help you out, but the super chief is pulling into Albuquerque.
You know, you guys wouldn't be sassing me if Mr. Belvedere were here.
This was for heroism during the Blitz. This was for climbing Mount Everest. And this was for winning the Pillsbury Bake-Off. Oh, excuse me, I think the royal family is summoning me. Lynn Belvedere here? Who? Kevin? Wesley's doing what? Heather went where? Not now, Kevin. I have a meeting with some members of the royal family. They're here now. No, I will not say hi for you.
Hello? Kevin?
I'm gonna kill you, you little brat.
Kevin?
Oh, hi, Case. What are you doing here?
Well, I was worried about you. I haven't heard from you in 3 days.
Look, somebody owes me $103.50.
What's going on?
Wesley ordered a dozen pizzas when he knew I was cooking dinner. And now he wants me to pay for it when he knows I don't have the money, so I was gonna beat on him until he paid the guy.
Oh. You took an order for 12 pizzas from a kid?
I've been under a lot of pressure lately.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll give you 10 cents on the dollar.
Sold.
Pay him, Wes.
How about a tip?
Ease up on the dippity-doo. All right, Case. Stay and have some pizza with us.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess the place is a little messy.
Messy? No offense, but I've seen landfills that were tidier. Well, who's in charge?
I
am. Well, since it's pretty obvious no one is, you get yourself upstairs and scrub that junk off your face. And you, get your button gear and start cleaning up this mess. And I suggest that you get into the kitchen and put whatever's causing that smell out of its misery.
Okay, she's so cute when you're mad.
Move it! Move it! Move it!
I finished the dishes.
Thank you, Wesley.
I picked up the living room.
Thank you, Heather.
Took out the trash.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, everybody up to bed. Not you, Kevin. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll be up in about 10 minutes to tuck you in.
Bed bugs?
You know, this is kind of weird. You and me taking care of Heather and Wesley. It's, sort of like playing house.
Down, boy. Only game we're playing tonight is gin.
I'll deal.
Oh, George, that food was inedible.
Yeah. The jellied eels are really backing up on me. I complained to the captain, but I don't think he's going to do anything.
Lash the cook to the yardarm, matey.
Help me! Please! Oh, God, no! No! Please! I'll never do it again!
I don't like complaints from the passengers. This is for Mr. Owens. This is for Mrs. Owens. And here's one to grow on.
My stay at Buckingham Palace is proceeding amiably. The members of the royal family have welcomed me with their usual graciousness. Although Prince Philip gave me a shellacking in lawn bowling, of course, I let him win. I have given counsel to those who have sought my advice. And quite frankly, I'm pooped. Come in. Oh, you shouldn't have.
No, they are from Mrs. Thatcher. She's waiting in the limo.
You're still here?
You bet. Wes, what do you have on your face?
I don't know, toothpaste, I guess.
Come here.
Oh, please, no.
Just hold still.
Oh, for crying out loud. Morning, Case.
Morning, Kevin.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, I'm late for Western Civ.
Western Civ has waited for 5,000 years. I'm sure it'll wait for your breakfast. Good, Kevin.
Right. Breakfast.
Well, you look very nice, Heather.
Well, I'm glad you approved, Casey. If you'd send me back to change my clothes one more time, I'd have to wear my Girl Scout uniform.
Your oatmeal's on the table.
I don't eat oatmeal.
All right. I have some lovely stewed prunes.
Oatmeal.
Kevin, here's your grocery list for after school.
Right.
And don't forget to pick up the dry cleaning.
Okay.
And be sure to come home right after you do your chores. Don't hang out with Carl. He's a bad influence.
Yes, dear.
Oh, look, George, the sun is shining, and the water is so smooth and blue.
See, Marsh, I told you. We stuck things out, things will get better.
You look like an able-bodied man. I'd be needing a new stoker for the boiler room.
Now you
I'll take none of your lip. And you be pulling galley duty. Our cook has fallen apart on us. Now, come on, shift yourselves. Come on, out.
See, Marsh, I told you there'd be activities.
Boy, am I beat.
You're beat. I'm the one who was on her feet all day in that hellhole they call a kitchen.
Well, you better come up with something edible for breakfast. The crew thinks you poisoned them.
Well, there's only so many ways you can prepare chopped meat.
That was meat? Anyway, the boiler room wasn't so bad. Something about physical labor. Smell of honest sweat. The guys, Emil, Uriah, Steve. I like Steve.
What happened to your shirt?
Steve wanted it. I guess he liked me, too.
Well, you look pretty good without it, you able-bodied stoker, you.
You look pretty hot yourself, you galley wench.
Hide me! Hide me! It's mutiny! Mutiny!
Is the past mutiny, Captain? Billy, lad, fetch me this him-bowling knife.
Let's do that someplace else.
Stow it. The two of you have jinxed this tub. The crew's voted to put you overboard.
George?
Well, somebody must have stood up for us. What about Steve?
Steve's dead. He wanted you to have this back. The lot of you, move your carcasses on deck. Move it.
Yeah, well, when we get back to land, tell it.
I don't get it, Mr. Belvedere. Have I sunk so low that I can be outsmarted by one of Kevin's girlfriends? Technically, Wesley, Casey is Kevin's roommate and girlfriend, and as such deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Huh? Perhaps if you made an attempt to get on her good side. So far, the only side I've seen is the housewife from hell.
Wes, who are you talking to?
I was trying to have an imaginary conversation with Mr. Belvedere. I thought maybe he could solve our dragon lady problem.
And?
Nothing. Maybe if I ate a couple pounds of M&Ms.
Please don't go nuts on me, Wes. I never thought I'd say this, but you're my last link with sanity.
I know it's bad, isn't it?
Casey's driving me out of my mind, trying to turn me into a proper young lady.
I can't figure how someone so old-fashioned can be so hip. She put an alarm on my bedroom window so I can't sneak out. She put fluorescent baby powder on my slippers so she could track my night moves.
She's been tracking my phone calls. I feel like Kermit the Frog.
It's just she's got Kevin so twisted, half the time he thinks he should be changing diapers and half the time he thinks she's wearing them.
Hey, guys.
Boy, Kev, I sure hope you're at least getting some sex out of this deal.
No, I don't even know if I want it anymore. I mean, it was one thing when she was treating you two like little kids, but then she started on me, and I'm not a little kid.
The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Mr. Belvedere, this is an emergency. You have to tell us what to do.
Casey's driving us crazy. She makes you look like a softie.
She took all my new makeup and hid it, and I don't know where it is, and I look like a mole.
All she does is boss us around and give us orders. I mean, who died and made her queen?
Majesty's pardon. I believe that's for me.
Hey, Case, after the euphoria of knitting wears off, maybe I could go to the video store and pick something up?
We'll see.
Yeah, I understand now they have talkies.
See you guys later. Where do you think you're going?
To the mall to hang out?
Oh, no, you're not. Wesley, you had detention and were late for dinner, and Heather, you've got an English test to study for.
Oh, but it's Friday night.
Back up to your rooms.
Come on, this isn't fair.
Yeah, come on, Case. What's the big deal? Why can't they go?
You heard my reasons.
I heard your reasons, and your reasons stink.
All right. Kevin, you're undermining my authority.
What authority? I mean, who are you, the big boss of the world? Wes, Heather, go to the mall.
Wesley, Heather, stay where you are.
I said go.
I said stay.
Who wants to go to the mall?
Yeah, this beatards are gonna stick all the hell.
You watch your mouth, young lady.
No, she doesn't have to. In fact, nobody has to do anything. I'm out of here.
Kevin.
Casey, I am tired of being grown up. I'm especially tired of being grown up with you. I'm going to the record store, and I'm going to get any album I want. Then I'm going to Burger Town, and I'm going to eat way too many French fries with gravy. And then I'm going to pick up my buddy Carl. You remember the bad influence? And I'm going to do anything he tells me to do. So there.
I guess I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
Got some gravy on your shirt.
Oh, thanks. Look, Casey,
Kevin,
I know
really
I was
sorry,
rough on... Listen, Casey, I think the world of you, and I really appreciate all the help you've given me. But this whole thing just kind of got out of hand.
I know.
I mean, half the time I feel like I'm 7 years old again, and then I'll turn around and it's like we've been married for 30 years. What'd you say?
I said I know.
You do?
Kevin, I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and my mom and dad both worked. I always had to struggle really hard to keep control of everybody.
Oh.
So sometimes I come on too strong or I get too bossy. But it's only out of caring. I mean, if I didn't care about Wes or Heather or their handsome older brother, I would have walked.
Tell me again about the handsome older brother.
Nice of the Coast Guard to drop us off.
Yeah. Mom, Dad, we weren't doing anything honest.
Knock yourselves out. I have but one ambition left, to die in my own bed.
You heard her.
Since my return, the routine at the Owens residence has been restored to its usual abnormal state. Kevin and Casey are roommates once again, or whatever the young people are calling it. Heather and Wesley still won't obey my orders, but now they're not obeying more politely. George and Marcia are so grateful for my return, they gave me a slight raise, then docked me a week's pay for my English sojourn. It's nice to know the House of Owens can't live without me. I only wish the House of Windsor could.
Wait a minute, before you go running off the can, I don't want you to forget to watch Just the 10 of Us.
Now at 8, it's the final mission for a member of the MI Force on Mission Impossible. Then Hawk shows that crime doesn't pay. It hurts on A Man Called Hawk. Followed by Murphy's Law.
Dad's dragging us to this thing. Your father and I feel we should be spending more quality time as families.
Where are you going? Roller derby. Oh, midget wrestling all sold out?
Now, I want to see that attic spick and span when we get back, mister. Couldn't I be grounded some other time? I want to see the roller derby, too. Well, you should have thought of that before you dressed the Huffnagel's Chihuahua in Heather's underwear. Hey, it was Spot's idea. Let's go.
Yeah, Dad doesn't want to miss the first body pileup.
Hello, Wesley.
I'm not hungry.
All the better.
Don't leave Mr. Belvedere. It's spooky up here in the attic.
Then stay away from the mirror. Oh, don't worry, your parents will be home soon.
Couldn't you help me out with some of this stuff?
Not the chance. I am off to see the barber of Seville. La, 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 la. Ah, la, 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 la. Hi. Figaro here. Figaro, 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 Figaro. I thought your father was supposed to fix this doorknob. Now what are we going to do?
Want another cookie? And I ran out of grenades so we can't blow our way out.
Tragedy.
Boy, you must really like that opera.
I meant being stuck here with you.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, look. The suitcase you were carrying the day you first came here.
Is this the Owens residence?
Uh-huh.
And I take it you're one of them?
Uh-huh.
Is there someone here who speaks English?
Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Belvedere. Are you Mrs. Owens?
Uh-huh. Pardon me, Mr.
That's Belvedere. Lynn Belvedere.
Lynn? That's a girl's name.
Wesley. A difficult birth, I take it.
What do you mean? I'm just like any other normal kid.
Oh, really? Wesley?
Hallelujah, Mr. Belvedere. I've seen the light. Yes, sir. No more TV for me. I'm going right upstairs and get myself ready for school. I just hope the voices don't start. And in the tub, I was watching the big game when the TV set fell in, and it shorted out my brain to change.
What exactly is it, Wes? It looks a little grisly.
It's my history of punishment in colonial America.
I kind of wondered why that lady was on fire.
Hey,
what's going on with you two?
Nothing. I just picked up a pile of leaves and asked if Heather wanted to jump in them. He raked it over a mud hole on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. It was just a happy coincidence.
Where is it?
Hiding. But you little monster, there wasn't any challenge, I think that went rather well.
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Wesley, there's a bird bath in my crumb case.
I didn't do it.
It seems that I've heard that before.
Why do you always pick on me?
Well, in your defense, I must say that dementia seems to run in the family.
Guess what? I got the job.
Morning, Kevin.
So thanks, I'm getting late for school. Oh, listen, what do you think of the hearing? Too much?
I'm coming.
It happens every time. We get to the mall, I turn my back for 1 second, and they disappear.
Does this bag go with this dress?
Hey, swing your lady just like Cupid. Swing her again. Don't you look stupid.
You shouldn't have to tell me to tell you this, but I found out today that I'm pregnant.
What?
And I decided to become a rabbi.
Chocolate chip cookies. Would you like one?
Okay. I already got something.
That was pretty great, huh, kid? Don't see many cartoons from Albania. What did you think, dumpster dog?
That was real good, Hobo Joe. I'm going back down now and eat some more garbage.
See you, dumpster dog. Remember, kids, you shouldn't eat garbage. But if you do, don't forget to brush.
I think you left someone out.
I beg your pardon?
You can be as weird as the rest of us.
Not likely.
Oh, no? You said so yourself.
From time to time, we buckle under the pressure of our ingrained formality and go a little bonkers. Down came the rain and washed the cider up. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider got the south again.
Problem, officer? I found him over on Maple piling up a bunch of garbage cans.
I was recreating Stonehenge. Yes, but I suppose after 5 years, the Owens madness is bound to rub off.
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, look, a vintage Philco.
Dad called it the Belvedere radio.
Why?
Because it's big and old and gives off a lot of static.
Well, that means better than listening to the sound of your voice.
The drama continues at the downtown sports center, where a deranged roller derby fan is holding the entire arena hostage.
Hey, let's let everyone live.
The police report that negotiations are currently at a stalemate and may be for some time.
This is awful.
Yeah.
One-liners aren't all the fun.
At Goodness Me Natural Food Market, we...
Just in the roller derby crisis, the crowd is still being held hostage.
I know how they feel.
I bet Dad's been waiting for his chance to jump the guy and set everyone free.
Either that or he's in line for a chili dog.
How come you and Dad are always getting on each other's case?
Well, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm home. Hey, where's my high big boy, Kip?
I haven't even been hired yet. But eventually he welcomed me with open arms.
So you want to stay or what?
However, he still had a little trouble getting used to me.
I hate you.
But I must admit, your father and I have had our moments.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Don't you ever clean down here?
I tried to run into something different. Hello, Daddy.
This is Mr. Belvedere, an authentic English butler. Do a little spin for the folks, Steve. He's got manners, he's got style, he's got a snotty attitude. He'll make you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, clean your house, and solve all your personal problems. Can I have a bid?
You should mention I worked for the royal family.
Did you hear that, folks? He worked for the royal family. $3.
Mr. Belvedere,
Morning, Mrs. Owen.
what's going on?
We spent the night together.
A sort of experiment in terror. I'm sitting outside to chop some more firewood.
Oh, that's a great idea, big guy. Maybe I can give you a hand, so to speak.
Well, after you.
Oh, after you.
Why did you say we grew rather fond of each other?
You know. Hey, Belvedere. Mind if I ask you something sort of personal?
Yes? But go ahead anyway.
You think I'm a jerk?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
I don't think you're a jerk. In fact, I almost sort of like you a lot.
Thank you, Georgia.
And listen, just because I say I like you, doesn't mean you have to say you like me.
All right.
Hey, come on.
All right, George. I like you, too.
How much?
A bushel and a peck. Luckily, your mother arrived in time to save your father any further embarrassment. Wednesday, have I been talking to myself all this time?
Uh-huh. Hey, Mr. Belvedere, you want to play gin?
Certainly not. You know I swore off that game after I taught you how to play. Now, Mr. Belvedere wants that card, so he can take it and put this one down. Now, can you use that card in your hand?
I think so. Gin. Gin. Gin.
I don't know where the little prince got his ungodly facility for card playing, but it's driving me crazy.
Look, don't feel bad. He used to cream me every time at Crazy 8. The only way I'd ever win was to cheat.
Well, that just shows the difference between you and me. Gin.
Really? Boy, that's 6 hands in a row.
Yeah, but who's counting? I cheated.
Oh, I knew that.
What?
The only way anyone ever beats me at cards is by cheating. I knew you were cheating the first time you won.
And you let me do it anyway? And let me agonize over it?
Sure, I knew you'd admit it eventually. I even knew you'd probably do something nice to make up for it. I usually know everything people are going to do.
Did you know I was going to do this? Obviously, I was far too good a teacher.
Oh, yeah? What about the time you tried to teach me semaphore when you didn't know enough to flag down an ice cream truck?
W-R-I.
Oh, come on, Mr. Belvedere, quit goofing off. It might be boring for you, but that's just because you know it already.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I forget sometimes.
Nah, Miles. That's not how you do permission to come aboard. It's not? No, Mr. Belvedere showed me. It's like this. You mean Wesley's out there learning a bunch of junk and it doesn't even mean anything?
Yes.
And when he goes for his badge, he's probably going to be humiliated in front of all of his friends?
I'm afraid so.
I love it. The teacher said it wasn't semaphore we were doing, it was more like the hula.
I apologize for that. I even went out and bought you an ice cream cone.
Which you ate right in front of me.
And it was good.
Who was torturing me?
What's the rope for?
In case you give me any trouble.
What's in it?
A few herbs, some wild roots, and some earthworms for protein. But don't let it get cold, they get rubbery. Come on, I'll help you get that shaving cream off. It only seems fair, after the insults you've heaped from me.
Maybe I'd like one.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, good, then I can leave.
Hey, please!
Why, Wesley, what a surprise.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, 'cause I stepped on it.
Not to mention the time you had me deported. Mrs. Owens, Wesley cheated on his history test.
Hey, I thought we had an understanding. I tell you about the bad stuff I do and you keep it to yourself.
Wesley, I am your housekeeper, not your priest.
With a cranky old beaver will do anything to stop a kid from getting a dog.
Wesley? Don't you ask me, you mangy little mongrel.
Department of Immigration? I got a big one for you. If it's a pain in the butt, why do you put up with me at all?
It's obvious. Because... Let me think about that.
I'd rather have you than any smelly old dog.
Wesley, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Now get back to bed, you snuffy little twerp. If you prefer, I'll refrain from calling you any more names.
No, it's okay. It's kind of fun when two people really like each other.
Right. Well, let's get back to sleep.
Okay. Good night, you big blimp.
Sleep well, you sneaky little reptile.
If I told you this some other time, probably laugh and make fun of me. But you're my best friend. I know you don't believe it because I act like such a creep. But I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm scared, Mr. Belvedere. I'm so sorry. Please come back. I love you.
I love you too, you little viper. Ready to fiesta? Promise to place on the team. The Owens family returned home safely around 3 a.m. and finally released us. They would have arrived earlier, but George wanted to stop at the IHOP for blueberry pancakes. As for my ordeal in the attic with Wesley, it amazes me that I've been here long enough to have so many memories. Some of them even pleasant. Let the good times roll.
Tomorrow at 6 on...
Oops.
So you sure you're not mad at me?
Look, I'm not mad at you, okay?
Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Goldbladder.
I'm so mad at her. She stole the topic that I picked out from my sociology report.
What was the topic?
Is intelligence learned or inherited?
In Angela's case, neither.
I couldn't believe it. I went up to Mr. Boyer after class to okay that topic, and Angela just sort of stood there and batted her eyelashes and said, "Gee, that sounds really interesting." And you know what? He gave it to her. You know why? Because she's blonde. Blondes always get everything they want.
That's rather a gross generality, don't you think?
Oh, yeah? Well, then how do you explain that klutzy Paula Carmelli making the pep squad? Or Sophia Abramowitz passing driver's ed after backing her car into the lunchroom?
Happy coincidence?
They're all blondes.
Well, if you really believe that theory, why don't you put it to the test?
Huh?
In the 60s, there was an important book called Black Like Me. The author disguised himself as a black man and wrote about his experience.
So you think I should bleach my hair and write a book called Blonde Like Me?
Well, I don't know if it would make a bestseller, but it would make a fine report.
You know, that's not such a geeky idea.
Hey, Wes, what you doing?
Making a list of chores. Mom and Dad want me to keep busy while they're gone for the weekend.
Oh, yeah? So what'd you come up with?
Well, I'm gonna clean up the closets. And run them out as makeout rooms.
Aren't you forgetting something? I'll be here all weekend.
We're leaving.
Oh, have a wonderful time.
We will. Just think. Tonight, George and I will be front row center as the curtain goes up on the new Odd Couple.
I hear the two chimps they've got are just wonderful.
Well, come on, Mark. Better hurry if we want to make the train.
Train? I thought we were flying.
Well, I figured we'd take the scenic route.
Through New Jersey at night?
They say that's the best time.
Yeah.
Look, let's just go to the airport. I'm sure we can catch a flight.
Forget it. I'm not going.
George, what's wrong?
You want to know what's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I'm afraid to fly. There, you happy? Hey, I know what you're all thinking. I'm a big chicken, okay?
Hey, Dad, I don't get it. I mean, you used to fly all the time.
Yeah, I know. But I used to close my eyes and pretend I was on a bus.
You know, honey, you're a lot safer in the air than you are on the road.
Yeah, and those airline pilots have a lot of experience, Dad. Some of them are even older than Mr. Belvedere.
Right, and it's amazing how those big planes that weigh tons and tons actually get up in the air. And stay up there, too.
Thank you, Sky King.
Well, hi there. My name's Kevin. I'm Heather's older brother. You know, the one in college.
Kevin, you're disgusting.
Hey, look, I didn't know you dyed your hair. Looks pretty good. I mean, not that good.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Oh, my gosh. So, what do you think?
You're blonde.
Yeah?
But I'm supposed to be the blonde. I mean, it's like our identity. When you think of me, you think blonde. When you think of you think mud.
Mud?
Or whatever color your hair used to be.
It was tawny brown.
This is to get back at me for yesterday, isn't it?
No, not exactly.
Heather.
Well, since you did sort of steal my topic, I had to come up with something else. So I figured I'd test this theory that being blonde has certain advantages. Look, it's only temporary, just until I turn in my reports.
Well, okay, as long as it's just for school. Okay. Still, you look like a bimbo.
Thanks.
Coffee, tea, or me?
Hey, Belvedere.
Working on your tan?
Nah, just looking at all those silver birds. No, I'm never going to be on one.
George, what really scares you about flying? The takeoff, the landing?
Yeah, and everything in between.
You know what you have is a phobia, and every phobia can be conquered.
Oh, yeah?
Huh. I was hoping you'd ask me that. Are we having fun?
I hate you.
No, you don't. What you hate is loss of control.
I lost that the first time we went over the top.
You see, psychologically, the loss of control is at the root of your fear of flying.
Why aren't we moving?
Oh, we haven't stopped to let people off.
Don't give me that. We haven't moved in 15 minutes. We're stuck. Help!
George.
Mommy, that man's scaring me.
There, you proud of yourself?
So, which one of you guys wants to go first?
Are you crazy? I'm not getting on that ladder.
It might be a while before we get this thing fixed.
We'd prefer to stay.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, you two make a real cute couple.
Do something, Belvedere. We're trapped.
Mommy, he's scaring me again.
Hey, shut up, kid.
Bless you.
Hi. Heather?
Look, I know you hate it, but I only did it for this project for school, and as soon as I finish, I'm going to change it back, so don't flip out, okay?
Actually, it's kind of nice.
It is?
Yeah. Now when people see us together, they'll think I'm a natural.
Hi, Heather. Hi.
So, how's the great experiment going?
It's pretty amazing. I got whistled at in study hall. I didn't have to open a door for myself all day, and the cafeteria man gave me 3 extra fish sticks.
Ah.
And the real mind blower is Tim Rogers actually said hello to me.
Oh, yeah? Well, he bumped into me on the stairwell. I bet any day he's going to ask me out.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Tim. Tim Rogers? Oh, he must have called me at my house, and my mom told me I was over here.
Tomorrow night? No, I don't have a date. Yeah, I'd love to. Great, I'll see you then. Okay, bye.
I can't believe it. Neither can I.
Well, Angela, it's not like he's your boyfriend or anything.
No, I don't have a boyfriend or any other kind of a friend.
I'm on a bus. I'm on a bus. I'm on a bus.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure very soon we'll have our feet planted firmly on the ground. Why is that helicopter flying so low?
Hey, you 2 guys on the Ferris wheel.
Us?
Yeah, you. Grab the ladder.
What ladder?
Oh. I'm not getting on that thing.
You suit yourself, George, but I'm not spending the rest of my life up here. Hey!
Let go. Let
Are you sure you don't want to bite?
Get away from me!
Where have you two been?
Belvedere got some bright idea that he could cure my fear of flying. So he got me up on a stupid Ferris wheel. It broke, and we were stuck up there all night.
Well, how did you get down?
They moved over this big slide and made us go down in burlap sacks.
Well, I was only trying to help.
Some help! I'll never fly again. And on top of that, I got a burlap burn.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, there's always plan B.
Hi, I'm home.
Hello, George.
Belvedere. Who are all these people?
Oh, these are the new members of your fear of flying class.
I don't belong to a fear of flying class.
You do now. This is Dr. Peterson, your instructor.
Hello there, George. I want to thank you for volunteering to host our first class.
Don't mention it.
Oh, smoking is restricted to the last 2 rows.
All right, let's get started. Everybody take a seat. Now, are there any comments or questions before we begin? Yes.
What do we do if we hear a strange noise? You know, like a wing falling off?
That happened to me once. I was coming back from a nudist convention in Detroit. Just a moment. If this is going to be a scary story, I need to sit next to a strong, well-muscled man. So, as I was saying, I was rehearsing my fan dance.
What was the noise? What was the noise?
A beef brisket falling off a tray up in first class.
What kind of cockamamie story is that?
Well, excuse me. And I hate your wallpaper.
I'm still scared.
People, settle down now, settle down. I know what you're going through. I have been there myself. Huh.
You were afraid to fly?
Not only was I afraid to fly, I was afraid of flies. And dogs. And umbrellas. And any yellow fruit.
So how'd you beat it?
Through a process we call desensitization. We talk about the experience that frightened you and then expose you to it bit by bit. Eventually, nothing phases you. In fact, today I am totally fearless. Here, stick this pen through my arm.
Oh, come on, you're crazy.
Don't you ever call me that again. All right now, who here hates their mother?
Oh, what beautiful roses.
Boy, I sure never got these when I was a brunette. Except from that guy who worked in the funeral home.
How is your sociology report coming?
Oh, I turned that in a week ago.
I thought you were going to change your hair back when you were through.
What's the rush?
No rush. By the way, what does Angela think?
Why do you ask?
Well, I just haven't seen her around much lately. I thought maybe she was upset by all this.
Angela, we go so far back, nothing could break up our friendship. Here's all the stuff I've ever borrowed from you in my whole entire life. Nice knowing you. And incidentally, your roots are showing.
Where have you two been?
Oh, Marsh helped me with one of my assignments for the Fear of Flying class.
We parked at the end of the runway and watched the planes take off.
Did you see any?
All I know is the roar of the engines really made the earth move.
Well, you've missed dinner. And I prepared all George's favorites in honor of his graduation flight tomorrow.
Oh, meatloaf with ketchup, potato logs, and creamed corn.
Uh-huh.
Hey, thanks, big guy. I like it even better cold.
You would.
George, you really stuck it out in your class the past 2 weeks.
And in honor of your courage, I got you a little something.
Oh, wings.
So, are you all ready for your graduation flight tomorrow?
Ready? Are you kidding? You just watch me walk on that plane.
Oh, God, Belvedere! Something ridiculous!
Honestly, George, you've had 2 weeks to prepare for this flight.
Welcome aboard. I'm Eva Schmidt, your flight attendant. Oh, we are nervous, aren't we?
I'm okay.
Why don't we have a seat? Everything's going to be fine.
Well, you heard her. That's it.
Hi, George.
I...
Want to share a blanket?
I think you'll be more comfortable over here.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Blodgett. We'll be leaving the gate in approximately 2 minutes.
Well, George, I think I have to go now. You sure you'll be all right?
Aces!
That's the spirit.
Don't go, Picker!
George, let go. Sit. Buckle up.
No!
Maybe you should stay.
Perhaps I should. All right, George, you can let go. George!
Miss Schmidt, please secure the cabin.
Either of you guys have a cigarette? I just went through 8 packs in 12 minutes.
Sorry.
Oh, my gosh. We're moving.
We are moving!
Please. Dr. Peterson will not be joining us today.
What?
He had to have a pen removed from his arm.
How are we supposed to get through this without Dr. Peterson?
Oh, don't worry. You've got me now. So pay attention, Dummkopf. This is for your safety. Now, the exits are clearly marked.
What if we lose power and the lights are out and it's pitch dark and we can't see them? Then what?
I had that happen to me once. I was on my way back from visiting my sister Ruth. Sit down and buckle it up. Now, in the unlikely event of a water landing... I said unlikely. Your seat cushions will serve as your life vest. Leave them alone! Now, you'll find one of these in your seat back pockets in case you toss your cookies, which I'll be serving along with your favorite beverage. Now, are there any questions?
Ladies and gentlemen!
I'm sure you're all thinking of 1,000 things that could probably go wrong. But they probably won't. Trust me.
Nice going, sport. Here, try your luck with the songbook.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's flight will last approximately 30 minutes as we circle Pittsburgh at 18,000 feet. Flight attendant, prepare for departure.
Well, George, how does it feel to have come this far?
Funiculi, funicula, funiculi, funicula. Diablo, funiculi, funicula.
Feeling any better?
Hey, Big Guy, this wasn't so bad after all.
You see, there's nothing to be afraid of up here.
George, you have a lovely voice.
Well, almost nothing.
You know, strangers in the night.
All the flights for the landing gear to get stuck. We'll try and crank them down manually. But... Oh, hi there. Having a nice flight?
That depends. Crank what down manually?
The windows? I think I'll go serve some drinks. On the house.
Oh, it's really no big deal. It's just the wheels won't come down.
What?
Oh, don't worry. Wheels do this kind of thing every now and then.
What happens if the wheels don't come down before we land?
Oh, I've already alerted the airport. They'll foam the runway and we'll bring her in on her belly.
On her belly?
Yeah, like a giant slip and slide. Good having someone like you aboard at a time like this. You seem to have a way with these people. Uh-oh.
Hey, Lynn, how's about another song?
Not unless it's nearer my God to thee.
So anyway, it's a 3-2 count and the hammer's hitting. He gets a curveball and knocks it from here to Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come, you know. Heaven, stuffing. Hey, what's the matter, big guy? Are you okay?
I'm fine. George, have I ever told you I consider you one of my best friends?
What?
George Owens, you are a good and decent man.
You ain't been nipping at those little bottles, have you?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Blodgett. Please return to your seats and buckle up in preparation for landing.
We're going in, big guy.
I saw a mouse.
Morning.
My goodness, what happened to Blondie?
Just wasn't me. After a while, I figured, what's the point? I am what I am, and that's all that I am.
Mm-hmm. You and Popeye. Actually, the real you is very nice indeed.
Thanks. I sure hope Angela still thinks so. I'm going over there now to tell her that friendship is more important than hair color. Oh, my gosh! Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Heather's experiment in blondness has taught her that being blonde is not the be-all and end-all of existence. As for George, he and Mrs. Owens are winging their way to New York. George made a spectacular recovery from his fear of flying and graduated from his class with honors. Yes?
Come on, Chicken Little. The class is waiting.
I only hope I can do as well. On Mr. Belvedere. Louise Gilbert, say hello to the Owens family.
So, you met the big guy at the laundromat, eh?
As it happens, we both spent time in Africa, so we thought it would be fun to get together and compare notes.
That was just a guerrilla gesture of friendship.
Hey, I'm not worried about the gorillas, big guy. It's you going ape over her I was thinking about.
Uh-oh.
So, did you guys break up?
We're going to get married.
I can't even picture it.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Did you say married?
Yes, I suppose I did.
Hey, what's going on?
Mr. Belvedere's engaged.
What? Whoa, way to go, big guy.
Not her, her.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, who are you?
Giselle. I was with Lenny, but now he's getting married.
Well, I'm Kevin. I just got over the chicken pox. I'm single.
Ooh, you're cute.
Shall we go and make a toast to our commitment?
Mr. Belvedere, isn't all of this kind of sudden?
Yeah, you guys hardly know each other. I mean, does she know you sleep in the nude?
I know this might appear rash, but Lynn and I are kindred spirits.
I believe marrying Louise will be the best thing I've ever done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Super. That's great.
Hey, wait a minute. What about us?
Oh, my God, we're not losing you, are we?
Well, this is what makes it so perfect. With Louise working in Pittsburgh, I can still remain as your housekeeper.
Oh, so we'll still have your cooking and cleaning, and she gets stuck with your snoring.
Yeah, we'll even keep your room open, big guy. Just in case you need a place to crash when Louise kicks you out of the house.
Come on, let's go before George turns us into the honeymooners.
Bye-bye. Bye. Think they'll invite us to the wedding?
Of course they will. Daddy's going to pay for it.
What do you...
So, considering all the options, I think the wedding should be at George's Country Club.
Yeah, make it around 4, will you? That way I can come right from the 18th hole.
Why don't we have it in a sand trap? Then you won't have to make the trip.
Actually, a country club sounds like a big affair. We were hoping for something more intimate.
Well, hey, let's go to Vegas.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not flying everybody to Vegas.
Well, how about Tahoe?
Marcia!
May I make a suggestion? Why don't we just have it here?
Gee, that was easy. Well, what's next? Invitations and announcements.
Let's go, guys. That's not our department.
Parkin.
Yes, honey buns? Taking orders. You got a lot of that to look forward to.
Louise, you know what I've been meaning to ask you?
What's that, Heather?
Well, with you being a professor and all and writing books on gorillas and stuff, are you going to change your name to Belvedere?
Of course you will, Dr. Louise Belvedere.
Well, to be honest, I hadn't given it much thought.
What is there to think about?
A woman doesn't just automatically give up her last name.
Since when?
Liz Taylor didn't give up hers.
I'm not marrying Liz, Louise. Why do you
Hey, guys! You're supposed to save up all the fights till after you're married.
Sorry.
Now, where were we?
What you up to, big guy?
Oh, just going through telegrams from some friends of mine. They must have got our wedding announcements.
Oh. You mind?
Help yourself.
Congratulations, Lynn. That Louise must be some foxy lady. Love, Tina Turner?
I taught Tina the shingling.
All right.
Here's one from Zsa Zsa. She says she only attends weddings if she's the bride.
You knew all these women?
Oh, they were just friends.
Uh-huh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I mean, you can tell me they're just friends. But try convincing Louise.
What?
They're ladies from your past, big guy. If your missus gets a peek at these, you know what your honeymoon's going to be like?
No. What?
Oh, Lenny, tell me again about Meryl Streep. Oh, Lenny, were you and Cher really just buddies?
We were buddies. Cher and I simply got the same tattoo. Look, I'll show you.
No. Now, look, if you want to avoid trouble, I'd hide those babies. And whenever the topic of old flames comes up, switch the subject to apes.
My wedding is only days away, and I approach the event with a happy heart. After all, Louise and I know the key to any relationship is patience and understanding. So I'm convinced our marriage will be a long and joyous one. Still, why does George keep painting us as the battling Belvederes? That could never happen to us. Could it?
Hey, Lynn, you gonna eat breakfast or what?
Knowing your cooking, I'll take a what?
My, aren't we a vision of loveliness this morning?
Speaking of loveliness, is that a new apron?
It was on sale, Lynn.
Sale? You don't see me running out to buy a new robe?
That's because they don't make them that big.
You're going to be the first broad on the moon, Louise. Pow!
Oh, yeah, well, be a nice change from this place.
Maybe you would have been happier if you had married one of your apes.
Maybe. But stupid me doesn't marry a chimp. I marry a chump.
That's it. This is my castle. And from now on, I intend to be treated like a king.
You want to be treated like a king?
Like a king.
A king?
I said like a king.
All right, Your Majesty. You want the royal treatment? Don't forget your crown.
Hey, Lenny boy.
Get out!
You know your breakfast is on your head.
Get out! Get out! Well, there seems to be only one logical course of action. Run.
Morning. So, where's Belvedere?
I don't know. It's his day off. Maybe he's resting up for his wedding.
Or maybe he and Louise are rehearsing for their honeymoon.
How interesting you people can be laughing at a time like this.
What's your problem?
Bye, everyone. Nice knowing you. P.S. All regards to Louise.
Mr. Belvedere ran away?
His clothes are gone and everything.
Well, why would he just take off like that?
Well, he probably got cold feet about getting married, and I wonder who put them in ice.
Well, what did I say?
What didn't you say?
Well, I didn't say anything big enough to make that guy leave the house.
Well, guys, can you fight about this later? I think we better find Mr. Belvedere.
You're right. Let's split up and not a word about this to Louise.
Right.
I was in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd stop by and say hi to Lynn. Is he here?
Is the seat taken?
Help yourself.
Thanks, big guy.
Well, George, how did you find me?
Well, I checked out Donut World, and when you weren't there, I figured, where's Belvedere go when he starts getting squirrely?
Am I that predictable?
Hey, you got my family kind of worried, big guy.
I'm sorry, George. How many times have I said to you people, running away doesn't solve anything, and here I am running away.
Kind of a tubby Tom Sawyer. Hey, come on, Belvedere. You love Louise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what's the big deal about tying the knot?
Well, I suppose after all those little cautions you give me about marriage, I realize you're right.
Huh? I was just having fun. I mean, half the stuff I do is just to get a rise out of you.
What?
Well, it's like the time I told you English cricket is for sissies. You jumped all over me for weeks. You even dragged me out in the mud to play a stupid game.
And I won.
Yeah. Hey, what about the time I hid your ding-dongs all over the house? Went out and got some police dog to sniff them all out?
Ah, yes. Fritzy. I believe he also sniffed out your secret collection of Playboys.
Marcia's still harping on that one.
Then are you really saying that maybe marriage really could be all right for me?
Hey, if you can handle our household, you sure as hell can enjoy one of your own.
Thanks, George. I needed that.
Yep. If you ask me, the way you cook and sew, you're going to make Louise a damn good wife. Gotcha.
Okay, tomorrow I have a limo picking up Louise. I got your tux back from the cleaners. I ordered flowers for you guys. Oh, and I didn't hawk your rings.
Wesley, I couldn't have asked for a better best man. You handled your duties with dignity and taste.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere. Now, what are you doing just sitting around the last night you're single?
What? Hey, big guy.
Hello, Mr. Belvedere. George, Skip, what are you doing here? Why aren't you doing the news at the station?
We called in sick.
Yeah? Figured we'd make a little news of our own.
Oh, Wesley, you haven't arranged one of those wretched bachelor parties, have you?
Well, it wasn't just my idea.
On a clear day.
Bob, are you behind all this?
Come on, Lynn, you've got to loosen up. Tomorrow you're getting married. Tonight you've got to party.
I won't go.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I won't. No. No. I'll jump out of the car.
He just bounced back in.
I'll call Louise.
No, she's out with Mom and Heather at the Beefcake Club.
All right, I'll go. But I won't have any fun.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he learned all that stuff from watching Soul Train.
Oh, come on. He's out there all by himself. I think we should join him. Party!
No sign of them yet? When I get my hands on your father, doesn't he know Mr. Belvedere's getting married in 2 hours?
I think that's them.
Where have you been?
I don't want to talk about it.
Not now, okay?
Well?
Hey, come on, Marsh. This is all Belvedere's fault.
Oh.
Well, first he gets us kicked out of the Steel Town Inn. Then he talks Goulet into flying us to Atlantic City.
What?
And next thing you know, Belvedere's leading a panty raid on some nurses' convention.
Where's Mr. Belvedere now?
Mr. Belvedere, who are they?
Oh, this is Ginger, and this is Annette. I told them they could be flower girls.
You get yourself upstairs, young man. Don't you know there's a wedding in 2 hours? Well, it looks like we're ready for a wedding.
You're so pretty, I'm ready for a honeymoon.
Out of my way. I have a nervous groom upstairs. The man needs some ho-hos.
I don't care what you say, Angela. This dress makes me look like Margaret Thatcher. Gosh, that'll be confusing when she shows up for Mr. Bumpercar's wedding. Margaret Thatcher isn't coming to Mr. Bumpercar's wedding. Well, then what are you so worried about?
Hey, come on, kitten. Let's man the door. Who are they?
Oh, you told me to invite the Shriners.
I'm in Elliot and Paula Shriner. Up the street. Whoa. Check out the bride.
George, I've got to see Lynn.
Well, you will. You're going to marry him.
No, I've got to talk to him now.
No, seeing the groom before the wedding.
Oh, but
Please, not another word. Come on, Mom, let's get things started.
Okay. Places, everyone.
I'm bewitched by you so. No, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you. At all.
Lynn, could I talk to you?
Not now.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Stop, please. I'm sorry, but there's really something we have to talk about.
Can't it wait?
I'm afraid it can't.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, would you excuse us for a moment? Chat amongst yourselves. Louise, what's going on? Have you had a change of heart?
Not exactly. More like a change of address. I'm being called back to Africa.
What?
The university at Butare. They need me to come back and lead a guerrilla census.
Why can't they count them?
Well, it's not as simple as that. A census could take over a year. And also, they've offered me a faculty position. I guess we better brush up on our Kinyarwanda.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, you guys better hurry up. Goulet's running out of material.
So, what gives?
Well, it seems that Louise has been recalled to Rwanda.
Hey, that's neat.
Well, wait a minute. If you're her husband, that means that you're...
I'd be going with her.
Well, what are you going to do, Mr. Belvedere? I mean, that would mean you'd be leaving us.
I spent 6 years with this family. They've been some of the warmest and happiest moments of my life. But now, I think it's time for Louise and I to find a life of our own. And if that means traipsing through the mud with my wife, then that's what I want to do.
Well, we can't tell you how much we're going to miss you, big guy, but, well, you sure as hell have our blessings.
I guess we always sort of knew you were going to leave someday.
And I can't think of a happier way for you to go.
As best man, I'd like to remind everyone that we have a wedding to attend.
Do you, Louise Marie Gilbert, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Lynn Aloysius Belvedere, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Then by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I'm ready.
The cab's outside, Lynn.
Well, as you know, I was never one for long goodbyes. George? Over here. After your many threats, I'm glad you never fired me.
Yeah, me too. Don't take any wooden bananas.
Mr. Belvedere, I just can't say goodbye.
Then don't. I've left the recipes. Be gentle to them.
I'll try.
So long, Mr. Belvedere. Thanks for everything.
I regret I shan't see you graduate. You are graduating.
Yeah, I am.
I love you, Mr. Belvedere.
I love you, Heather.
You know, if you weren't so old, I would have married you myself. You know what I mean.
You know, I'm losing my best friend.
Wesley, I've known heads of state and many celebrities, but none have given me finer memories than you. I shall savor our moments together, Even the embarrassing and painful ones, which account for most of them. Though you are an Owens, I shall always think of you as a son.
Lynn, I'm afraid we have to go.
Oh, yes, the meter must be running. Well, ta-ta.
He's gone.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
From the master of suspense.
To all my dear Owens, married life has been rather hectic here in the Virunga Mountains. First, Louise and I enjoyed our abba-dabba honeymoon. Now we fill our days counting gorilla noses. I miss you dearly. The being around apes keeps the spirit of the Owens family alive indeed. Oops, that's close. Louise is calling. Love to all, Lynn. P.S. When you notice I've left my journal behind, don't bother to send it. Perhaps someday I'll drop by and pick it up myself.
Kevin? And there he goes again.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Heather, how was school?
Okay, I guess. My sex education teacher's pregnant.
And who says teachers aren't qualified anymore?
Anyway, I need some help.
You're not the only one.
Hey, everybody. Breaking in my new ski boots. You're supposed to walk around in them. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to hit that powder.
Anyway, you remember that community service club I joined?
Ah, yes, the Iron Maidens.
Well, we're going to this retirement home to read to the old people.
Oh, that's very nice.
I went to the library, checked out a bunch of books, but I'm not sure what old people like to read.
Well, let's take a look. A Tale of Two Cities, Treasure Island, The Carpetbaggers.
Yeah, they're classics.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Will by G. Gordon Liddy, practically the same thing. And, of course, Born to Run, the Bruce Springsteen story.
Ronald Reagan likes him.
I'm sure any of these were perfectly fine.
Where's my cocoa?
Bad day at the office?
What's all this junk? Leave those alone. I'm supposed to read them to the old people. You better read fast.
What's the problem, Wesley?
Nothing. Just you think you know somebody, right? You sit in the same class, you play on the same team, you throw gum at the same girls, and what do you get? Suspended. Well, I'll tell you what you don't get. You don't get invited to their birthday party.
I must cut down on his sugar. Wesley, I made a nice big cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows.
I don't want any.
I made it for me.
George, you're wrong.
No. You said 4:30. Pick you up in front of the science building.
I said the political science building.
Well, if you're going to split hairs.
Hi, kids. Hey, Mr. Belvedere. So how was everybody's day?
Fine. And Wesley says he's quitting school. Yeah, and I'm not kidding.
What's the matter, pal?
I don't want to talk about it. You tell him.
Well, apparently, one of Wesley's classmates is having a birthday next Saturday, and he handed out invitations to the entire class, with the exception of Wesley and 4 others.
That stinks.
Beautifully put.
The thing is, it's Howie. You know, lives right down the street. I thought we were almost best friends.
Wait a minute. You talking about those highfalutin Huffnagels with that cabin cruiser in the driveway? They had that party last month, remember? All the fancy cars, the valet parking. We didn't get invited to that, did we? Hey, that's no big deal.
Yeah, honey, we'll do something ourselves on Saturday. Something real special.
Like what?
How about the Rod and Reel show? I got a couple of freebies. Woohoo.
Great. You can come with me to the retirement home. I don't like old people. All they want to do is hug and kiss and pinch and yuck.
Wesley.
Would you mind if I made a suggestion?
Would it matter?
What is it, Mr. Belvedere?
Well, it simply occurred to me that Wesley might have a little party on his own.
But who's gonna come?
Yeah, who's gonna come?
Everybody's already going to Howie's.
Not everybody. You said yourself there were others.
Oh, them.
Yeah, well, I think it's a wonderful idea, Mr. Belvedere. Those other children have feelings too, honey.
Yeah, I suppose.
Listen, it'll be great. We'll play some games, have some cake. I can just picture it.
So, you guys found the house, huh? Yes, your instructions were very good, I must say. Great. The invitation mentioned refreshments. Yeah, so? So it's a little vague. I'm allergic to 6 of the 7 basic food groups.
So, does everyone like my new party dress?
Yes, it's very nice.
At first, Mother said no. She said it was too extravagant. But then her accident happened, and she changed her mind.
My kid was popular till you got here.
Pardon me.
You looked out there? I ain't never seen such a bunch of losers.
I'm sure they're perfectly lovely children.
Got one out there, looks like an erector set.
I'm reminded of Prince Eugenie of Savoy. Stunted and sickly, pallid and hunchbacked, he rose above those who ridiculed his appearance by driving the invading Turks back into the Straits of Bosphorus.
So when's he coming?
Oh, good. Things are a little quiet out there.
Help is on the way. Everybody ready for punch and cookies?
No, thanks. I ate before I came.
Miss?
Yes, please. Everything looks so delicious. Don't spill.
Young lady, I wouldn't think of spoiling such a lovely party dress.
Don't patronize me, Hazel.
Is this flammable? Sir?
Thank you.
Hey, kids! It's party hardy time! Here we go.
I can't blow this thing out my mouth.
I have one for Wayne, and I have one for Miles. Yeah, and let's see, you must be Rhoda.
Hey, lighten up, kids. I haven't seen this many droopy faces since the Cubs lost to the Braves 21-20. Hey, what a crazy game. I mean, unbelievable. Wrigley Field, the wind's blowing out like 100 miles an hour. All you got to do is sneeze on the ball, and it's going to go out of there.
Okay, sports fans, I'll get it. Yes?
Wesley? Party? Hi, guys.
Hi, Mr. Ashish.
Hello. Hey, let's get down and get funky.
Hey, Wes, who's your friend?
This is Mr. Rajneesh. He's in our reading class.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I'm just a school janitor, but they let me sit in. Non-violently, of course.
Well, we're very happy you could come, Mr. Rajneesh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Knock, knock.
Huh?
Knock, knock.
Oh, who's there?
Gangadin?
Gangadin who?
Open the door, I can't get in.
Mr. Belvedere said to invite everybody.
Okay. Left foot. Ready? Here we go. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, then you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, kids, around. Turn yourself around, Haji, baby, around.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hi, Heather. How'd it go with the old folks at home?
Great.
Hey, kitten, why don't you go help your brother pin some tail?
Dad, get real.
Kids are having a good time.
Yes, I see that.
Actually, they're not a bad bunch. Even old Taj Mahal over there is kind of a cute little guy.
They're certainly fond of you.
Yeah, they are. Look, I know sometimes we don't exactly see eye to eye, and every now and then I tend to jump the gun a little, but you've had stupider ideas.
Ah, shucks.
Hello. One sec. Wesley, it's for you.
Me?
Mm-hmm. So, is everyone having a nice time?
It's the greatest party ever. Must say.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh. Bye.
Who was that on the phone, son?
It was Howie.
Oh, yeah? Bet he's eating his heart out, right?
Nope. He just wanted to know where I was. Said he wants me to come over right now. Said I didn't need an invitation. Oh. So what do I do?
What do you think, pal?
I don't know.
Well, you have a choice. You can either stay here with us and your invited guests and enjoy the nice party everyone made for you, or you can leave.
Don't look at me.
Well, see you around.
I'm telling you for real, George. Coming here from India was not an easy thing for me. But finally, I decided to leave my country after my last bus plunge.
Last what?
Bus plunge. Bus plunge, you know? Brakes fail, tires blow, bus plunge off cliff.
Oh, bus plunge.
Right.
I got you. Can I call you a cab?
That's a good one, Georgie. I can take a hint. I don't need a building to fall on me.
Not a bad idea, though. Well, so long.
Goodbye.
Watch the curb.
Was Was that Wesley?
No, it's Sarge. He had to go. I don't know how we're going to straighten out this mess.
Actually, it's just a few paper cups.
I'm not talking about that, you dink. I'm talking about my kid.
I was merely making a joke, Porridge Spurtle.
Hey!
Guys!
All I know is if it wasn't for him and all his big ideas, we wouldn't be going through this.
No. We'd be at the Rod and Reel show, floundering.
Now, just wait a minute. Wesley is the problem here. He's disappointed all of us, but it doesn't help matters for you two to be going at it like children.
He started it.
I did not.
Just put a lid on it.
Sorry.
It makes me nuts, you know? You try to raise a kid, give him a sense of whatever, and the first real something comes along. You know what I mean?
Strangely enough, yes.
Point is, what are we gonna do?
There's really nothing you can do.
Hey, don't start on me.
George, I think he's right. I mean, we told Wesley it was his decision. He made it. That's that.
Hello, Wesley.
Hey, Miss Belvedere, where are you going?
Away.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, son.
Wes? So how was Howie's party?
It was okay. So how's my party?
Everyone said to say thank you for a very nice time.
So am I gonna get a spanking? Or no TV? Or both?
No?
There's something new?
No? Nothing.
I don't get it.
Look, we told you it was your decision, and you made it.
Really? Is there any cake left?
In the kitchen.
Great! I'm gonna have some cake.
Yes. It's nice when you can eat it, too.
Hi, honey.
I'm on back.
How was school?
Lousy. We got back our spelling tests.
Let me see it. You got 100%.
Yeah, Mrs. O'Connor held it up in front of everybody. She said I was a wonderful example. You know how that makes me look?
Wesley, honey, do you think that maybe you're a little upset because of what happened last week? You know, with your parties?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm very pleased with this.
Yeah? Then you're probably gonna want to frame this one.
A plus.
I know.
Good, Kevin. Much better.
Yeah, well, I've had a week to practice.
Dinner will be ready in a few minutes. Would you please tell everybody?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Ah, now look, Kevin. Even the most experienced skier could have a mishap like that.
I doubt it.
It happens all the time.
I wasn't skiing.
What?
I wasn't skiing.
You told me you ran into a tree.
Well, I did. Sorta. I mean, it certainly was a tree at one time, but when I smacked into it, it was sort of this pillar in the lobby of the lodge.
I see.
Oh, but I almost hit a real tree.
Skiing?
Parking.
60 seconds and counting. Range safety, got to select the switch to arm. Status check. Range safety arm light on. Affirmative.
What are you watching, Wes?
Ready.
Some show. I think it's the McNeil Lee report.
What happened to Yogi Bear?
I don't know. Oh, isn't dinner ready yet?
Oh. Dinner!
Thank you.
Come on, Mom.
Yeah, just a second. I'm almost finished with this chapter.
I said now, young lady.
So, how was work, Dad?
Pretty good, buddy. Did a story on Franco Harris today. Looks like Franco-American tonight.
Now, don't let him fool you. Macaroni and cheese is one of his favorites.
I know. I wipe it off his ties. Wesley?
I don't want any.
What's the matter, pal?
Nothing.
But you love macaroni.
I know, I just don't want any.
Oh. Well, you've got to eat something.
Okay. Then I'll have some Brussels sprouts.
May I come in?
Yeah, I guess so.
I bought you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You didn't have much dinner.
I'm not hungry.
What are you doing?
Cleaning my room.
Let me feel your forehead.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do some long division.
Wesley, have you ever heard of a chap named Raskolnikov?
Oh, yeah. He's the midget, right? People couldn't guess his name.
No, I think that was Rumpelstiltskin. Raskolnikov was a character in Dostoevsky's novel Crime and Punishment.
Oh, yeah. I got him mixed up. So, what about him?
Well, in the story, he did a very bad thing, but he got away with it.
Well, so?
So, although nothing happened to him, his conscience wouldn't let him rest. Because he really wanted punishment. Do you understand?
You mean like eating Brussels sprouts?
Yes. Except in his case, it was Siberia. Frozen sprouts.
I should have stayed at my party.
There's nothing you can do about that now.
I mean, the other guys, Mr. Rajneesh, they all said that it was okay, that it was no big deal. Rhoda's treating me nicer than ever.
Oh, dear.
I just wish someone would get mad at me. Tell me I'm a creep or something.
Okay. Wesley, you're a creep.
Well, you're just saying that. Anyway, I figured if I did a lot of crummy stuff to myself, I'd feel better. But I don't.
Well, I think perhaps you're going about it the wrong way.
I don't know. I don't think anything's ever going to make me feel good again.
I'm certain we can think of something.
It will be long before I get rid of them, he thought. What money was all that bought with, he asked at last, gazing at the wall. Money? Why, your own. What the messenger brought from
Varushin.
Varushin. Your mother sent in. Have you forgotten that, too? I remember now, said
Raskolnikov.
Raskolnikov, right. After a long, sullen silence, he looked at him, frowning and uneasy. The door opened, and a tall, stout man, whose appearance seemed familiar to Raskolnikov, came in.
Zosimov.
Zosimov! At last, cried
Razumihin!
Zosimov! At last, cried Razumihin, delighted. That's the end of the chapter.
Oh, that was lovely, darling. Oh, such a beautiful boy.
You want me to read some more?
Oh, no, that's plenty.
I don't mind. Chapter 4.
Oh.
Zosimov was a tall, fat man with a puffy, colorless, clean-shaven face and straight flaxen hair. He wore spectacles and a big gold ring on his back.
This ends my first month with the Owens brood, which finds Kevin on the mend physically, Wesley emotionally, and George, well, either he's getting better or I'm building up a resistance. It's obviously been a rather arduous winter for the entire family, and I can only look forward with apprehension to the coming of spring, when the group will be free to roam about at will.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.